Hello, welcome to video number two. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the second video. I really hope you've watched video one, and I really hope it kind of resonated with you and you got a really good understanding of me, of the business, and what the potential is for you if you were to join Scentsy. So this video, I want to talk to you a little bit more about is Scentsy right for you? Okay, because I kind of touched on it very lightly in video number one, but I want to kind of talk to you a little bit about the three types of consultant that typically become consultants in Scentsy. So the types of people that choose to do Scentsy in a certain way. Okay, there's three types. So bear with me as I'll explain those to you, and then you can decide actually which one fits me. Where am I at right now? Which one floats my boat? Which one resonates with me? And you might choose one and say, I'm going to join, and that's going to be me right now. Okay. But you might have that little sparkle as you look into your future and you think, however, I like the idea of that over there. Okay. Um, so let's get started. So my journey was very unique to me. And one thing that you will kind of begin to understand in a direct selling business that we all join for different reasons. Okay, sometimes it's because of feeling lonely and isolated and wanting community. Okay, and on other occasions it's really income, it's passion, it's product. There's all sorts of different reasons why people choose to join. And normally, the reason why they choose to join sort of sculpts the choice of how they then become a consultant, which type of consultant then they feel most comfortable or strive to be like. Okay, so there are three types. The first type is a personal shopper. This was kind of like initially me. I'll get the kit. If I like the products and I want to order, I'll just order for myself and I will get a little bit of discount. Fingers crossed. Okay. That was me. All right. So a personal shopper is somebody that loves the product, um, doesn't want the faff of selling, doesn't want the faff of growing a team, has a million reasons why that's not going to fit at the moment, okay, but would love to be able to get their hands on Scentsy at a discount, okay. So if that is you, that is a personal shopper. Now, you might go on and occasionally have a member of your family or a friend say, hey, on your next Scentsy order, can you whack me some waxing? Of course you would, but you're predominantly not really promoting it. You're not really using sort of social media. It is very personal shopper kind of experience. It's like having your own account, okay? The second type of consultant, probably I would say, is the most common that I've encountered in growing teams over the years. And that is somebody that joins because they want extra income. And that amount of extra income varies massively. Some people just want sort of, like 50 quid a month. Some people want, £500 a month. But that little bit of extra income can really help a household out, okay? And because Scentsy is really flexible and you can work from home, sort of using Scentsy as a vehicle to earn the money to help pay for your family's lifestyle treats, whatever the case may be, is like the most genius plan ever, okay? You don't have to go and get a job, you're not having to do set hours, you're not having to be in certain places, turning up at certain times and restricted. This is working from home or working from your car, or working from your sofa, or working from your garden, or working from your bed, working on your lunch out, whatever, okay? And this is somebody that's really kind of after extra income to go towards things like Christmas presents, okay? It might be, I think school uniforms are quite expensive. I don't have kids, but from all my friends that have had kids over the years, it's like, oh my God, school uniforms are so expensive. If you've got pets, and that extra bit of income to pay for like training or food or vet bills, that kind of thing. Obviously, the obvious is household bills. I mean, they just seem to go up. So even if you've got a little bit of extra income coming in and you can use that towards bills to make your life a little bit easier, Brilliant idea. It could be that actually you want some extra money to pay for a holiday or treats or to go towards paying for your car. It could be days out, cinema, meals out. It could be debts. It could be anything. Okay. And as long as you've got like a reason, like I want to earn extra income because, okay, then you've got your own goal, you've got your own reason and your own why that you want to earn extra income, and therefore you're most likely going to do whatever you need to do in order to achieve that, okay? And earning extra income at this level is absolutely 100% achievable just through selling. Okay, so you can just share and sell the products and earn extra income, a couple of £100 a month, not a problem. It's totally achievable. You could also at this level, if you wanted to grow a little team, two, three, four people maybe, then obviously you could potentially earn a little bit extra bonus payments by growing a team at this level. Okay. Now, I do get occasionally people coming along who actually are quite clear on what they want. They may have done direct sales before, they might have had their own businesses before, they might have seen other people doing direct sales and seen the success that other people have achieved and be like, I want a piece of that. Okay. And these people are what I would call our Scentsy business builders. These people are like quite driven, quite self-disciplined, self-motivated, don't really need a lot of hand holding. Okay. If they've got a question, they'll go and use the resources to find out the answers, and they are like quite energetic. So they want to grow a customer base. They'll start with their friends and their family, and then they'll just go beyond that using whatever marketing tools they've got, be it social media or going out into the community doing events. They do actually see the potential of the bonus payments by growing a team. So they will actively grow a team for themselves, and they will actively teach their team the process of growing a team for themselves as well, and how income can be generated by through teams. They will most likely develop leadership skills, okay? And they will also probably love the recognition that you get in the communities in and by Scentsy as well. And that's not just recognition for achieving big goals, by the way. This is recognition for, small things that you might think, oh, are they going to praise me for that? Absolutely. Like, whether you've just gained your first customer, whether you've just booked your first party, whether you've just recruited your first team member, they are all incredible landmarks. And we celebrate all of it in Scentsy. We don't just celebrate the really, really big goals. Okay, you might be somebody that's interested in the trip incentives. Okay, and these are where you do work your business seriously. You grow a team, you grow your sales, you grow your customer base, and you can earn a completely free trip abroad. Okay, 5-star, all expenses paid. And if that floats your boat, that's a really good reason to become a business builder. You might just love the freedom element of growing your own business, especially direct sales. The investment, I mean, you could join for £9 at the moment. Okay, so always check what promotions are running. But at the moment, this month that I'm recording this in, you could join for £9. You could join for £85, which is the standard kit. That's the only investment you're going to need. Okay, it's not like starting a bricks and mortar business on the high street and investing like thousands of pounds. This is a no risk, low risk business opportunity that you can run from anywhere in the world. You can do it any way that you choose, that floats your boat, that fits your personality, that feels good for you. Okay, it is an inspirational, aspirational business model. The the income, and I'm not into making false claims, but I am here to tell you what is potentially possible. Okay, the income is uncapped. Fact. Okay, so no one's going to say, oh, well, this you can only earn this amount of money. Of course they're not. You can earn the amount of money that you want to earn, okay? And you can set yourself a goal of how much you want to earn. And as long as you take the action and you do the work and you apply yourself, whether that's selling or team building or what have you, or leadership, then you will go on and achieve your goals. It is uncapped, which means you have the potential to earn anything from a few pounds a month to thousands of pounds a month. Okay. I'm not here to tell you what your potential is. Your potential is your potential. Okay. Your journey is your journey. What is possible for you is possible for you. Okay. So if there's nothing that you um sort of kind of think, oh, I'm not very good at that, or whatever, if you are happy to learn and you are happy to run with it and you are happy to spend some time with self-development, like everything is possible for you. Nothing is beyond what you're capable of. It just might take a little bit of learning, maybe a little bit of time to get there, but it's all absolutely possible. And I've seen it. Okay. I've seen it firsthand, A, through my own journey, and B, I've watched many, many people that have come into my business who have started off by saying, I don't want to grow a business, I just want to buy the product at discount. Who've gone on to become leaders in the industry. It is incredible. Okay. What the potential is incredible. Now, let me just go back, okay, and remind you, because you might be sitting there going, it might be, but it's not going to be for me. I'm not that kind of person. I'm never going to be able to earn that kind of money. Okay. These are the things that I used to think about myself. I'm not salesy. I'm not very good at sales. I'm not salesy. I'm not that. I haven't got that like je ne sais quoi kind of like gift of the gab. I am not that person who is Miss Sales. Okay. No one's going to buy from me. Why would anybody buy from me? I don't know anybody. I'm too busy. Like, I'm too busy with my other work. I'm too busy with my kids. I'm too busy looking after my parents. I'm too busy walking the dog. I'm too busy doing this, that, and the other, right? All the things I hear. I work full time. I can't possibly do Scentsy. Do you know what? The amount of people that have been in my team over the years that work full time absolutely smash Scentsy. Why? Because they're organized, because they allocate time for themselves, because they have bigger social networks, because they've got people that they work with, that they socialize with. So, working full time is not an excuse. This is one that I kind of felt myself recently. Am I too old for this now? I'm 50. Like, am I going to be taken seriously as a 50-year-old woman? Like, I see lots of 20-year-olds, I see lots of 30-year-olds, I see lots of 4-year-olds. I'm 50. Like, am I going to be too old for this now? So, like, we all have these questions. And obviously, at the beginning of my journey, I've got anxiety. I can't talk to anybody. I can't leave the house. How on earth am I going to ever grow a business? I'm not confident. I'm scared of everything. I don't have the skills. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not good enough. They're way better than me. I could never do what they're doing. Okay. I had all of those. I had all of those. And I used to see people join. And I remember this years ago. I used to see people join and they were mums, okay, and had all their fears as well. But I was like, you're a mum. Like you've got kids. You've got nursery schools, nursery assistants, nursery teachers. You've got schools, primary schools, teachers, teaching assistants. You've got mums at the school gates. I mean, your network is incredible. I don't have kids. I don't have any of that network. And I always think if I can do it, and I was working from home on my own with no colleagues, I have no children, no family, very, very, very small family. I'm an only child, no brothers and sisters. Literally all my friends were at work and I had a very small circle of friends. Like, if I can do it, anyone can do it. So just think about that when you're kind of like sitting there for a moment, doubting yourself. We all doubt ourselves, but it doesn't mean it's not possible. You've just got to get over the doubt and prove yourself wrong. So, like, let's give you some kind of ideas what Scentsy looks like, working your Scentsy business looks like. For me, at the beginning, I was at home. and I had a lot of time on my hands. So I could sit and scroll, I could read through the groups, I could listen to the lives, I could watch the videos. I was able to invest quite a bit of time into learning. Okay. Plus, I'm a nerd. I love to learn. Okay. I can watch YouTube videos over Netflix anytime, right? I love to learn. I love self-development. It floats my boat, right? So when I joined, I did spend quite a lot of time learning. Okay, I wasn't selling anything, didn't have a team, but I was learning. Um, However, as life became busier, I would often have to work my business in slots. So in between clients, on my lunch hour, maybe an evening, like half an hour in the evening. I just literally started to work it around the commitments I have. And that's what I do now. I work my Scentsy business around my life. And sometimes I don't spend a single minute in that day doing anything to do with Scentsy. Sometimes I might spend an hour. Sometimes it might be 20 minutes in the car. Um, I just work it around what I'm doing. There's people on the team, they've got children that work, that do it on their lunch break. They'll go out on their lunch break and sit in the car and do some follow-ups with the customers. Some people just purely work online. Maybe they're stay-at-home mums and they think, well, actually, I could just work online in the morning before the kids get up, maybe when the kids are occupied in the afternoon or in the evening when they've gone to bed. Like you can literally work your business how you feel appropriate for you. There's no kind of feeling on how long because it's not about how much time, it's what you do with your time that matters. If you're productive and you take action, you could spend 15 minutes and achieve results. If you're not productive and you're a scroller, you could sit there for an hour scrolling and not gotten anywhere. Okay, so it's really important that you manage your time and you work it to what your commitments are. There isn't a perfect way to do it. There isn't a formula that says if you do this, that, and the other, you're going to get X. Okay, it doesn't work like that. So, are you still with me? Let me tell you some of the highlights that I personally believe draw people to Scentsy. Like why when people join, there's often a reason in I'm pointing at a list that you can't even see, a list of reasons why people kind of go, yeah, I really want to join because, right? So one of the main reasons, it's a global brand. We are all over the world, okay? So we are really internationally recognized. Our brand is now very recognized. It's a massive home interior, home decor, home fragrance brand that is international. And let me ask you this question. Who do you know that does not use home fragrance in some form with some brand or other? Everyone does. So everyone is your potential customer, okay? We have beautiful, beautiful, bespoke, handcrafted, hand finished products. Okay. You can't buy these on the high street. Okay. You can only buy Scentsy products through Scentsy Consultants, full stop. Okay. Which makes them aspirational, which means the customers have to come to you in order to order. You get a lot of loyalty because hand on heart, Scentsy products are high end, the best. The best ingredients are sourced. The fragrances are absolutely world class. And that is why people come back time and time and time again. Okay. We have a really, really strong community, a really strong community of like-minded people coming from all different backgrounds, all different experiences, all different skill sets, all bringing something very different to the table. So you're just going to come on in and sit with us, okay? You don't have to stock hold. You don't have to have piles and piles of stock at home at all. Okay, it's very flexible, like I've said. You can work it around all your commitments. It's been around for 22 years. It's really well established, okay? It's also a family run business, which is very unique. Okay, the vibe is very family orientated. They care about us. They care about all the consultants, all the customers that walk through their doors. Okay, they are genuinely invested in us and our customer bases. They want the best for us and they want the best for our customers. So hopefully Whether you're here just to save yourself money, whether you are here to earn some extra money, or whether you are here to build something extraordinary, okay, there's room for you. There's a seat at the table. We are ready and able and excited to welcome you in. So, again, if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments below or feel free to inbox me directly. Okay. Um, and please just watch the final video number 3, which is in the featured section above in the group. Okay. Until next time, see you soon. Take care.